Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Constip and this is going to be part 5 of my Barbarian invasion where I'm playing as the Sassanids. And we have now become Chris Farley sticking his hand into the eagle's nest. Yes, just as I alluded to in the first episode of this campaign, I always get to the point where I'm tempted to, alright, here we go, I see an opportunity, I see an opening, I see not too much Roman strength, right? Now, in this case, I've waited longer into this campaign than I had in either of my practice campaigns, so there's that to be said. Maybe... the Romans, are they at war? They're at war with the Huns, the Vandals, and myself. So, maybe some forces have moved out west to secure their western provinces. I don't know. This seems rather empty. I have my diplomat down here trying to see what he can see. I have my assassin up here who...
Moving to position. I obey. I obey.
Okay, there's a little force there. And what can we see? More Legio Lanciari, Eastern Archers. Yeah, I got a half stack. Alright. And can we see anything out here? Okay, alright, that's a full stack right there. Interesting, well, okay, that might change things, because I was thinking, you know, I have my General Melchior, along with my heir, following in behind Ardashir, and they're thinking about taking Sinope. In fact, he can attack it next turn. He's going to stay on the bridge for now, just because in case the garrison from Caesarea wants to move out and attack, we at least have a defensible position. We can reach Sinope from here in one turn, so it's fine just to hang out here. My spy can infiltrate Sinope and maybe open the doors for us. There's only 2 units inside, so if we can get those doors open for us, then that can really help us out. Now, if not, can we hold for a turn? Would we have a turn? So they would... So during this end turn phase, they can get as far as here. But there's a question though. Does Captain Kaiso want to, well, react to my faction leader, Shapur? Yeah, that's going to be the question here. And we know that there's like, you know, a few units in the stack right here, and then a few units in the stack right there. So I don't see anything down here. They can reach me, maybe. But maybe we will get a fight from the garrison of Antioch, and these, maybe one of these forces can reach me. If that's the case, and if this army turns around to defend Antioch, then I've accomplished my mission in some sense by freeing up Melchior to attack Sinope. However, if he does continue to try to relieve Sinope, then that gives us a little bit more room to play around with. Because without the help of this stack, I think the forces, at least the ones that I have eyes on, I might stand a better chance. And Antioch is dealing with plague right now, which is kind of a blessing in disguise. On one hand, I did want to take Antioch, but if I'm being realistic, if I'm being honest with myself, could I take a half stack with epic stone walls? I don't know. That seems a bit rough. So, waiting for the plague to dissipate and letting that really weaken the garrison, you know, I guess that's fine. And I know that I can hire a mercenary ballista, and that could allow me to take Tarsus in just one turn without having to wait a turn to build any siege equipment, because I could just use that ballista to knock down the walls. It is just wooden walls, just the tier 2 wooden walls. So I could take that in one turn, as long as the garrison isn't too scary. So there's options here. There's definitely options, but I felt like I needed to do this just because my economy is rough. It's just, you know, at this point, before I even had hired a couple of mercenaries that I had hired in the last turn or two, what I got to where my next economic option would have been to build the Royal Road here in Hatra, which I should have built by now. It's just that I never could save up to having 2,400 denarii. Like, that's how bad my economy was that just saving up to that amount without building or training anything for like 2 turns or longer just felt impossible. So that's why it felt necessary to do this. And I think that maybe by I don't know. These mercenaries that are available here, like I already hired did I hire someone? I thought I did.
Sire!
Yeah, maybe I didn't. Who's available? Camel Raiders, Ballista, and Bukalari. I thought I hired some heavy infantry.
Sire!
But I guess I didn't. Is it here where it's available?
Sire!
Okay, yeah, here's the heavy infantry that's available. Mercenary Veterani, Phosphoran Mercenaries, Bukalari, Mercenary Hippotoxetai, yeah.
Sire!
And I already have hired up some Sarmatian archers and Allen Horse archers. It's all expensive, it really is, but I mean, it's kind of what we're going for right now. So yeah, fingers crossed. This is the least practice I've ever been in a campaign before I've put it up on YouTube. So this is uncharted territory for me. Over here, we're just continuing. Like, it would be really nice to have these Klibinari out west, not fighting rebels, but these Gastron peasants right here are blocking my trade routes between Ctesiphon and Demantha, and they're also blocking my peasants that are moving down to Demantha to colonize it. So yeah, it's like not a good spend of resources having Klibinari fighting peasants, but
Mighty General.
you know, we've had like three brigand armies pop up in this region in the last couple of turns. It's just been really annoying. All right, let's go clear these guys off, and you go there. And yeah, we don't need those peasants to reinforce because we have those peasants moving down. So let's just ride these guys down. Nothing to see there, just shooting a bunch of peasants in the forest. Yeah, nothing too exciting. You guys continue to move on down, and then you... I'm so tempted. I know there are brigands hanging out in the corner here in my side of the territory, but I guess I could move in that direction just because I can get rid of them, and then, I mean, I'm still moving west, you know, so that ain't a bad idea. And I could leave, I don't know, I just want to bring in the cav because they move faster.
Orders?
You get there in 3 turns. Yeah, let's just move you out, and then let's bring you back to Ctesiphon so that we can retrain those archers. And then let's disband these peasants here. I am now ready to end this turn, and I'm pretty nervous to do so because I do not know what is going to happen next. But let's go ahead. All right, yuck, man. There's stacks. They got some stacks, man. Oh yeah. All right, so I think I just retreat from this because that looks like at least the little stack that was right there, I think, went into Antioch, and then that big stack moved down, and that I think that might be the stack that was here, maybe? I don't know, it's just a guess, but yeah, that's a lot of troops. So yeah, I think I retreat from that, and then but man, they got another stack. So that's what they can use to reinforce Sinope, is that essentially. A lot of Limitani, a couple peasants. Like, it doesn't seem like I feel like that's beatable, you know? Agent detected, so where is this? Did he get caught and killed? Okay, discovered and executed. Okay, alright, sweet. Got him. Alright, so we got 881. I don't even know if that's enough to hire anything, really. I don't think so. And yeah, the stone wall and Hatros. Now we can feel a little bit more confident in being able to defend that.
Mighty general.
I do want to spend, I know what little money I have, but I feel like I need to keep putting watchtowers around here. So let's move you
March.
here
Ready to ambush.
and get some vision up here. And then do I want to put another one up here? I'll think about it. Maybe I just want to move you back though. Because at least I have a little bit of vision now on that side of the bridge. And yeah, I just, I can't hire anything because I just, put down that watchtower. Do I go back to the bridge or do I just cross the bridge? How far can you go? You can't go that far. Can you even reach? Why can't you? Why does it say you can't reach me? Does that just mean you can't go around me? Is that what that means? It's kind of weird. Okay.
Yes.
And let's just keep poking around with you. Oh, we got another diplomat. Want to get my assassin on him. Yeah, I don't want Roman diplomats. What are your chances? 36%? Damn, he has... Okay, so he has a 6 influence diplomat. Damn, dude. Alright, well, let's not risk my assassin on that. Man, he's a good assassin, too. That's crazy. Alright, well... I think I have to go for a C-Nope. How far can you get? You can't quite get there during this end turn. So, that means that he would be able to attack C-Nope. Even if I have to build siege equipment, he would be able to get in, I think, is what that means. Let's put the spy in. And what do we got? 32% chance of getting in. Population 12,000. And it's just Eastern Archers and Hippotoxetai. No melee troops defending it. So...
Attack!
Oh my god, the gates are open. Holy shit, hallelujah. Yeah, let's just take it. Let's take C-Nope. We're still gonna take casualties from the tower defenses, and obviously the units that are inside can shoot at us. But, we have a pretty good general here. And why can't I... Where's Night Attack? I've never done this before. Night Attack, where are you? Is it on the next... Is it on the next page? Yeah, attempted Night Attack. Interesting, why does it say attempt? Does it mean that sometimes you don't get the Night Attack? So he's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-star general. And so he should be an 8-star general when he selects Night Attack, correct? Your forces attack an army of the Eastern Empire. Does that... changes the entire page. That's cool. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's take him.
Today is a good day for death. If we are to die, then let us do so honorably. And let us send many of our enemies howling into the afterlife. Now shout out to the gods. Shout your battle cries. Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers. Okay,
holy shit, this looks awesome. I've never played a night battle in Total War. This is my first time. This looks awesome. that shot of the city of the army with its torches. Holy man. I just got really... Look at that. That looks so cool. Look at this. Wow. I don't know why it's funny because I've seen short little clips of, night battles and stuff on YouTube when watching it, but I don't know, seeing it in person just looks really, really special. Seeing the night sky, and Look at those. Those stars are like way bigger. Is that like a constellation? See, I wish I could tilt my camera because that looks kind of like the great part of the Great Dipper, doesn't it? Or the Little Dipper? I don't know. I don't see. I live in the city. I don't see stars. So this is the most stars I've seen in a while. Look at this. Oh, this is so cool. And the lights in the city. Oh, this is so cool. Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, thinking about like strategy. So it's my understanding that when a spy opens the gates of a settlement, that essentially like guarantees that the garrison splits off to different gates to try to defend them no matter where the player deploys his army. Am I right about that, or am I not so right about that? So with only 2 units being inside of the garrison, that obviously means that there's 2 gates that would not be able to be covered. And, so that way I could just easily get in and just walk right in without having to fight for anything. But, so there's 2 sides that I can essentially line right up on, and that's going to be this side and that side over there to the right. This side I could get up to, but I would have to, kind of make the walk along the wall and keep my distance so that I'm not getting shot by the towers and the walls. So I'm probably just going to keep it simple. It's a guessing game, right? I don't know where they're going to be deploying. It makes sense for, one of their armies to deploy, or at least one of their units to deploy it here. But then would the other one know to deploy over there? I don't know. So we'll just, and even if we have to bulldoze our way through it, again, it's 2 range units, and although they do have good armor, still I should be able to, I got a lot of spears here. Spears can take it on the Hippotoxotai. And then, as far as their archers are concerned, I had imagined that my spears can take care of them too, right? How about something like this? Got my spears in loose formation, followed up by archers and slingers, then my general, and then the mercenary formations. And then the other side basically mirrors this exact formation, so let's just run it in. Spears first, they're in, as I said, loose formation, and I'm not even seeing anything right there. I'm not seeing anything. So let's go on over to this group. And again, I'm not seeing anything. So did we just luck out? Oh dear. Yeah, let's get up here nice and fast. And so that should stop these towers from firing, correct? And if we could, I would love to get these guys up here, and then here they can go off of loose formation. And then let's go over here. You guys, oh, come on. That's, I don't think I told you guys to stop there. What's going on? Alright, so hopefully that means that they're now going to be... This tower stops firing when you take the gates, right? Or no, I have to get up on the walls and then capture the actual towers. I get it.
Enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
So this is owned by me now. Got it. Yep, got it. Alright, so you guys chill there, and there's no reaction so far from the enemy. So I wonder, are both units on the plaza? It looks like they are. Okay. So we're chilling. These guys, on the other hand, are really struggling with getting up on this wall, though. They're really having a hard time with this. I'm not sure why. They're just getting shot to pieces because they won't... Are we good now? Jesus Christ, that was... We lost a lot of men because they just wouldn't get up there. Oh well. Hopefully we should be able to retrain them in this town. I would imagine so, right? These are my lowest tier infantry. I think a lot of these building assets are new as well in this game. Look at that really cool little thing right there. What is it? A little cool little building, like a house or like a inn or something. I don't know. Looks really... I don't remember this in the base game. That's cool. And then what else? There's another one over here. That thingy too. It's like a little aqueduct thingy, a little cool thing. Thingy cool. Yeah. Little statue that, yeah, this is some cool stuff here. I like it. I'm digging it. Maybe these things are in the base game and I just haven't seen them yet. But yeah, it looks like I'm just marveling at it. It looks really awesome. For now, I have my javelin men and my slingers running alongside the tops of the walls, securing the towers for me to make sure that my approach to the city center is as secure as possible. And then my main force is going to be moving down these city streets, spearmen in front on guard formation, backed up by archers, and they will be luring the enemy off of the plaza. And then followed up by heavy cav. And the mercenaries are going to be behind them. Let's get them off of skirmish mode. They don't need to be on skirmish mode. And then yeah, javelins and slingers are a good unit for this type of work because they're fast and I'm pretty sure they have good stamina as well, so they just keep running and running and running. And what are you? Got some spears in the back? That's fine. We don't really need you, but we'll keep having you run around. Looks like my archers are now firing at their archers, although yeah, I don't like that angle. I can't imagine they're going to be doing a lot of damage that way. Yeah, I don't want to just like end up in a missile duel with their archers. That's the thing. Typically, you just kind of draw the enemy off of the plaza, but in this case, they're not going to be drawn off the plaza because they can just shoot at us. So yeah, do we have to actually charge them in a fight on the plaza? Maybe so. Yeah, maybe that's what we do here. I mean, just swarm them with spears and save the rest of my troops from having casualties inflicted on them. Just because I'm not 100% sure on what I can retrain here. Like I said, I'm sure I can retrain the levy of spears, but can I retrain my archers here? Can I retrain my well, I guess that would just be the archers, yeah, because other than that, it's just kind of mercenaries and my generals units. But yeah, I got some Clibinari. Definitely don't want them to get damaged if I can avoid it. Let's get my levy spears now charging into these eastern archers because they're doing a lot of damage to us. And let's take them off of guard mode because that's not going to be necessary. And I guess I should charge my general in. His unit does regenerate, so I may as well use him. And then on this side, yeah, let's get spears running on in here and then here. You guys can just go. Clibinari, I don't really want to use Clibinari up here again. I just don't know if I can retrain them. But spears as well, you guys can run on in. And yeah, you do not need to be in guard mode. Just chop them up with your spears, and we are now fighting the eastern archers as well. That all looks good. And let's just take you guys off of fire at will. I don't need to cause too many friendly casualties here. And then, there we go. General's down. General's down, and let's take you guys off of fire at will as well. Just make sure. No friendly fire. Alright, 2 Hippotoxetai left, and then 5 Eastern Archers. Alright, okay. So yeah, we definitely took some casualties, but hopefully we can retrain most of that. And taking our first Roman settlement. Okay.
And there is nothing the enemy can do but run.
Feels like a big first step. I don't know why. Just... Alright, 135 kills. They killed 255 of our guys. And I don't think that's counting the defenses. I think that's just counting their units, I think. I might be wrong, but... Yeah, that's some losses for sure, but... Like I said, it's a first step. It's, we've taken a settlement that has a tier 3. Let's exterminate, I think. I didn't want to do that in Kotais because it's just a tier 2 large town, and I wanted to build it up to a minor city, a tier 3 as soon as possible. But this already is a minor city, so I could just take the money, and it would also make it easier to hold on to in regards to the religious and cultural differences. So let's exterminate the populace. And they're still not happy. After all that we just did to them, they're still not happy with having 9,000 of their men butchered. A veteran warrior from Melchior, so +1 to personal security. Improves the chances of detecting and foiling assassination attempts, and +1 command when commanding infantry. Perfect. Just what he needs. More command bonuses. And yeah, resistance is futile. All right, Cena, are you gonna be okay? Jesus Christ. So on low taxes, it's still only 65 recruitment. What if we trained a bunch of stuff? Because for those of you who are new to this, you can just help the population issue by... the public order issue by reducing the population, because part of the public order is coming from, like, overpopulation. In this case, it's definitely coming from, other stuff like religion and stuff, but reducing the population can help. Like, if we look at... Yeah, Christianity is causing unrest. I wonder if we can just do what we did in Kotais and just destroy their church. They don't have a Temple of Sol Invictus. Oh. Public order bonus due to law. 10% in the religious conversion to paganism. Oh, I didn't know Romans have options. It's not just Christianity. They can do other stuff as well. Interesting. And that's cool. So 40% Christianity is causing unrest in the settlement. So it's not from a church. It's just coming from neighboring regions. That's interesting. So paganism at 56%. Christianity is at 44%. Are we seeing religious unrest from paganism? No, I'm not. I'm not seeing any. Why not? Why is it just Christianity? Why is there no... do paganism not cause issues with public order? So religious conversion strengths, yeah, neighboring regions 10%. Christianity, paganism is 10% from the buildings, and yeah, neighboring regions 5%. And then this is Zoroastrianism. Characters, from my guys, of course. Now, having Ardashir show up is going to help convert them faster, which will be nice. Because right now, we're not even, like, factoring in. Like, our religion's not even on here. So, do I just destroy that temple? Is that going to be the first order of business? I think so. Squalor, 10%. Yeah, let's try destroying the temple. So we're at 65% public order. Hopefully this doesn't make it worse. It might. I don't know. Way worse. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, the Christianity thing was different in Kotais because when I destroyed that, like, it was actually kind of like okay. But here, okay, so we have to build the shrine to Zoroastrianism and get that going. And then I wonder, so this is like something that you can do is queue up a bunch of peasants to just reduce the population even more. Because when you queue stuff up, the money gets taken from the treasury and the population gets taken from the settlement immediately. It's not like per turn. So when you just queue up a bunch of stuff, it does do it. Like you see well, that's the money, but well, I guess I can't show you, but 2410. So there, yeah, 2410. And yeah, it's less. So yeah, that didn't help much, did it? We're at 25%. Yikes, 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 yikes. Well, if that's the case, I think I'd rather retrain my guys. So I'll retrain as much as I can. And then I will recruit just one peasant just to help out. All right, well. Can we get... Yeah, you can't get there. You can't get there either. All right. Jesus. Is Sinop going to rebel on us? Now, it's my understanding that you don't get kicked out on the first turn of having public order issues. Like, it's interesting because the happy face... well, the face turns red when public order reaches 70%, but nothing happens at 70%. You can't just like keep it at 70% and nothing happens, is my understanding. It's not until you get to around, I think, 65%. Like, I think that 66% is even okay. I think it's 65% is when rioting starts to happen. So anything beneath 65%, there's going to be rioting. And rioting, of course, can damage buildings. And then people, like civilians, will die. And then soldiers will die as well. But I don't think you get kicked out of the settlement after one turn of rioting. I think it's going to be 2 turns, I think. Maybe. So hopefully we can stabilize things before then, because that would suck to get kicked out of the first and only settlement that we've taken off the Romans. Oh dear, yeah, I don't know if yeah, destroying that temple was the right idea. Yeah, that's that's really interesting. If you guys know the answer to like what's going on here, I'd be really curious because yeah, that's very telling that when I destroy the Christian the church in Kotais, that it boosted the public order just like that. But then destroying the temple, it gave me nothing. And I think that there's the clue to that is, oh, this is different now. So now that I destroyed that temple, we are seeing paganism is causing unrest in the settlement. And that just popped up when we destroyed that temple. So the that's because they're pagan and they don't have a temple though. So the Christian unrest was because there were Christians here, but there was no Christian church to worship at. That's why. Okay. I'm starting to understand some things now. Not everything. So again, if you guys want to drop in like a full detailed description of everything you understand about this game, please let me know. Yeah, I love reading those tips and tricks and all that. It does help out. And y'all folks know a lot about these games, so it goes a long way. All right, let's drop a save. And it's nice that I have money now. I could buy more mercenaries. It's okay. It's because you're full. It's not because I can't afford them, but it's a full army. I could split off one of these guys and hire mercenaries, but I just don't think that these 3 mercenaries are going to be the thing that helps me break through here. Now, do we know? Let me remind myself. Gosh, we just don't know much about this army, do we?
Assassin ready.
Okay. Let's get you up here, and let's get you to try to... Can you tell us more about what's happening here? Okay. So, 3 units of Comida Tenseis. Those are the guys that I kept looking for and wondering, where are they? Where are they? There they are. So 3 Comida Tenseis, 3 Eastern Archers, and 3 Basic Archers. So this is not an army that I want to fight on this bridge. I would rather fight this army on open ground than on this bridge, even as the defender, especially as the defender. Like a ballista could help. Let me remind myself. Are these guys... It's not going to tell me, is it? Okay, so they are long-ranged for the Eastern Archers, yeah. But not these guys. They're not long-ranged. Got it. Yeah, I can't beat their archers in a ranged duel because they have armor on them. And my guys are not armored. And I only have like 2 in this army. 2 archers, yeah. Yeah, they would just straight up bully me off that bridge, especially the 3 Comida Tenseis. At least 3. There's a mystery unit, so it could be 4. Yeah, I'm going to back up here.
Mighty General, my liege.
How far can you go? Okay.
Orders. Onward.
Sire! Forward!
Yeah, let's go there. And then let's continue.
My liege. Onward.
Got another peasant.
Moves depleted, mighty lord.
So 1014.
Mighty General.
1134. 2.5 pop growth. So Demantha is going to be growing. And I'm not going to be sending any more peasants for the time being. I think that's enough for now. And I can retrain those archers. I'm tempted to recruit more archers because I can't recruit them in Hatra. Yeah, it's tempting to get some archers and send them out west.
Sire,
And then you guys,
march.
yeah, make your way west.
Great lord.
Get these brigands off our land. And then who knows? Yeah, maybe just send you across this little crossing point here so that you could come back to Hatra. I don't know. It's leaving Damantha wide open, sure, but if the Romans want to divert resources all the way into the desert to take Damantha, it's like, all right, just whatever. You know, like I feel like that's a better trade if it gives me an opportunity to take something, you know, right off the Eastern Mediterranean. Like that would be way more worth it, right? So that's kind of the thinking there. This spy has now done his job in Sinope, so let's take him out of Sinope and take a peek around. Alright, so that's what we have our eyes on. We have our eyes on, yeah, a little over a half stack here in Caesarea, and then a full stack here, which it doesn't look that scary, honestly, quality-wise.
My liege.
Unfortunately, I can't reach the bridge with these guys, and you can't either. Interesting. Can you? Okay, I don't know how far the garrison can reach. Okay.
Sire!
So do I want to hire up these 3 mercenary units right now? It's tempting because I could afford it. It is tempting. Because luring that army out, even though like it's a crab stack, but just getting those numbers off the board, it feels like that would be leaving Caesarea a bit more attainable, I think. And that makes it very, very tempting to go for that. I've decided to go ahead and spend the money on these mercenaries here with Ardashir. Alright, that cost a bit of money, sure, but he can get to Sinope next turn. So can these guys. Hopefully Sinope's going to be okay. Very curious to see what this army does, and also very curious to see what this army does as well. If they want to attack on over the bridge, or do they want to reinforce Sinope? Because if they want to try to reinforce Sinope, are you guys still dealing with the plague? No signs of plague. Interesting. So that seemed fast. Okay, well I don't want to attack Antioch when there's a full stack inside, regardless of where this stack goes. But that could still mean, if this stack does bugger off and go north to reinforce somewhere, I still have my eyes on Tarsus. It would be nice to have a little base here, kind of in the heart of Roman territory, from which I can sort of dictate the pace of things. Because what I like about this territory, and even this territory down here, is that what I could start to do is build up these little forts and put a fort and just put a levy spear, blocking off a pass here, blocking off a pass here, blocking off a pass here. And I could do that. I could do that down here, block off this pass, block off this pass, just to really restrict the movement of the Romans. And that can allow me to respond to, you know, these areas, because every time the Romans would have to take down a fort, they would have to siege it first and build some equipment before they could actually attack it. And that could give me that extra turn to react to it, and it would be more difficult for them to, you know, consolidate their forces and to react to certain threats. And that's a way that I could sort of weasel my way around and, you know, find these weak points and attack them where they're weakest, kind of like what I did up here in Sinope. So we'll see if I can manage that, but I need this army to bugger off before I do any such things. Let's keep moving along, shall we? I am really worried about what's going to happen up here in Sinope, though. Yeah, thoughts and prayers. Come on. Yeah, rioting, 176 citizens, 46 soldiers. Those are the men that were killed. Doesn't look like any buildings were damaged, though, so... How are we looking at public order? So 55%. Okay. And... Oh, those are the guys that are all injured. Got it. Okay. 60%? Not quite. Alright. So let's try this again then. If that got us up to 60%, then let's just put in a bunch of... Let's see if this... What does this get us? 60%. It's the same thing. So I may as well retrain my guys. Although the other... I could just get these guys in. But I want you to get in for sure. Because you have your conversion superpowers. So 4 units. Yeah, I can fit 4 units.
Sire! March!
What does that get us up to? 70%. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine then. So let's just retrain what I can. %, and we have enough money. We can build some more stuff to try to keep people happy. Can we build another temple? We could. How are we looking on conversion now? So it's going to be 30% conversion rate from the temple and from the characters altogether. Oh, I should have kept the spy inside. He has a conversion ability, doesn't he? Yeah, 5%. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of prefer having the vision, honestly.
Mighty General.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Oh, yeah. Where did that stack go? That stack, where did it go? And what the hell do you think you're doing, emissary, diplomat? Okay, where did those 2 stacks go? Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I don't think that he can bribe my faction leader, so I don't think that there's any danger of that. But I'm worried about these guys getting bribed. So let's just... I want to know where those armies went. So let's see if I can...
Your humble servant.
Let's see if I can take a peek around.
Is to obey. Yes, my liege.
Okay, so there's something.
Yes,
and you kind of look like you're marching towards Antioch.
Moves, sir.
What do you got? All right, all I see is a Limitani.
I kill.
And then what about...
Moving to position.
What about you? Okay, so there's... one of those big stacks. That doesn't look like the one that was outside of I thought the one that was outside of Antioch.
I obey.
There, yeah, they both moved off. They're both moving, it looks like, to reinforce Caesarea. But then where did that stack go? That one that was right there. Huh.
I obey.
Well...
No more moves, sir. Awaiting your command.
Well. I kind of want to... See, I don't know if there's anything up here. But if those 2 stacks are moving off, like, I can beat this, and I can definitely, beat that. So, I think I have to move back in. I'm worried about these guys getting bribed, though. Maybe I should put Narcissus. What's untruthful? Zoroastrian Gatekeeper. So you don't have any, like, tougher to bribe traits. But then again, you don't have any, easier to bribe traits either.
Sire.
But just putting a general with this army is going to make them harder to bribe, regardless. Can the Romans afford it? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, 5,000 in the treasury. Sure, good stuff. And construction, we built the shrine and Sinop. Yes. And recruitment. Yeah, not much. Not much going on there. But hey, we got these guys up here. So we can just smash some mountain men and someone else. And then we'll have another unit of Clibinari closer to the front lines. That's exciting.
My liege.
Where can we get to? We could cross here, but we're not going to be able to block this army from getting inside of Antioch. But we could get to Antioch in one turn. We could siege it right now. But what's the movement on you? Okay, you could get all the way to Antioch as well. Can I get here and build that fort? Oh, I could. Oh, I think that's the answer. I think that's the play. Build a fort, put a levy spear in there, and then turn around and besiege Antioch. How far can you move? You can get to Antioch as well. So I don't think there's any way that we can avoid having to fight these guys. How many units? It's 5 units plus the... So 8 units altogether. And then, yeah, epic stone walls. That's definitely tougher, but...
My liege.
It's a full stack, you know, and I think we have to go for Antioch. I just feel like that would be the play that breaks the Romans back. That might be a little over dramatic, you know. Obviously, they'll have a lot of fight left in them, but I think that's just such a good opportunity for us. So let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm tempted to. I really want to leave you behind for not behind, but I want you to be in this army, but I don't want to lose any movement points. So, what could mercenary ballista, armored camel mercenaries, and camel raiders. I don't think any of that's too crucial, honestly.
My liege.
So let's take everyone except for Narcissus, and let's bring you up to here. And let's drop down that fort. And then let's take everyone out. Ooh, and we can still siege Antioch. We have enough movement points to siege Antioch. Oh, that's so clutch. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, let's take everyone except for one levy spear. And, oh, we can't siege Antioch if we bring the infantry. We can do it, though, if we just bring the cav. But then we can't build any siege equipment, so we're gonna have to bring these guys in. And that was my plan. I think that would work. So let's try it. Let's try my plan. Bring the cav.
Prepare for battle.
And we can build stuff with just cavalry. Okay, I think we have less build points though. I thought that we couldn't build stuff with just cav because cav can't man siege equipment. Interesting. Let's maintain that siege because I think that, so let's do that and then let's merge.
Joining forces.
Yeah, and then I think that we will have
Mighty general.
Yeah, 162 build points now that we have more troops. Got it. Got it. Alright, so we can't build ladders for epic stone walls, and we can't build ballistas as well. It's weird that we can build rams because I've never seen rams do anything against any walls that are tier 3 and above. Like, that's tier 3. The basic stone walls, even those will burn down a ram before it gets to the gate. So it's weird because it's like, yeah, the ladders won't reach the top, or the sapper, I don't know why sapping points aren't, like, why wouldn't that work for epic stone walls? Like, I don't really get it. Because they were used for you know, all time. You know, like sapping has always been used to destroy walls. So, yeah, I don't understand that. And, yeah, okay, ladders not being tall enough, like, maybe, I don't know, I guess, like, I get it. But these just don't work. So, like, why is this available? You know, it's like, that's not even an option. Basically, it says it is, but it's just a waste of points, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Alright, time to build... Okay, this is going to take 2 turns? Damn. Alright, in 1 turn I can build 2 siege towers. Is that going to be enough?
Settlement under siege, sir.
And then... Yeah, we'll just be leaving that 1 levy spear. So these guys aren't going to be able to get to that. Man, Tarsus just has 1 unit inside of it as well. And yeah, it would be nice if we could try to divert this.
Your humble servant.
Wonder how much it would cost to bribe it. Probably can't afford it. I got 5,000 denarii. I can't afford anything. Okay. That's my best shot, I think. That's oh yeah. All right, and then what do I want to do with these guys? There's no room in Sinope. Am I recruiting? No, I'm just. Let's just get another unit of peasants in there. And then yeah, it's a little awkward here. Just got a group of 7 guys that don't really have a home. I could put them on the bridge, sure, but you know, this can't defend the bridge against anything really. And I don't know how far they can move out.
My eyes are yours.
Let's see. It's really tempting to do some scouting around with you.
None shall see me.
So I don't see anything coming from this direction. So let's just go back down to here then.
Moves depleted, great lord.
Alright, so we see a force out here, half stack. It kind of looks like it's going that way, but we'll see, I guess. Okay. Okay, so you...
Mighty general.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious. Like, what are these guys going to do? Are they going to panic and turn around? I imagine at least one of them will. But will both of them turn around? And then what happened to that other army that was, like, here? That's not them, I don't think. I think that's too small of an army. So there's an army hanging around Caesarea that... I wonder if they're trying to be sneaky and go down... They could go on this way, but they would still be stopped by my fort, so they could also attack into my territory, but it would take them so long for them to get anywhere. Now, yeah, that'd be scary because I have like no defenses internally, so that would suck, but you know, like that's the thing. If we're going to be trading territories, like in that case, I think I'll just take I'll take their territories. Their territories I think are better than mine. I wasn't making any money off my territories. I have discovered the Western Romans out here in, well, the west part of North Africa, and I'm not technically at war with them, so I wonder if I can get some map information and all that good stuff, and I wonder if I can... I mean, I can throw in trade rights. I can't trade with them, but, you know, if I can get some more money from them because of that... Make a single payment. Would they pay me? Let's just look for like 2,000. Would they pay me 2,000? Trade rights information, 2,000. Yep, that's... They're offering, so their demands, okay. Ha! They want me to pay 2,350 denarii per turn for 4 turns. Holy shit. Alright, let's try to talk them down from that, eh? No, they really don't want to just give me map information for map information either. So they're not open to anything, I guess. Yeah, the AI really does seem to value map information, and I imagine with the Western Romans having so much map knowledge, they must think that, you know, they can just charge a lot of money for it, but no, sir, no. That's not what I'm thinking. We're on different pages with that. Now, so with the money that I have to remind myself that I do have settlements that can be invested in economically, and I think that the best route... What would the Royal Road get me in Fraspa? That's like 130-ish denarii. Yeah, that's 130 is good. And then Arsacia, what can I get in Arsacia? The port's not going to give me any money. No. Hatra. So, Royal Road. Yeah, 140-ish. That would be nice. Trade caravan. Like 60 something. 50 something. Up here in Kotai, I have gold. And I already did build the tier the tier 1 mine. And if I built the tier... Oh, did I put in a building? There we go. All right, let's take that off. So if I build the upgraded mines, that would be getting me an additional 225. So I think that's going to be the way to go. Takes 3 turns to build, so that's like relatively fast as well. So let's spend money on that, and then can we forward that temple here? Thank God we can. All right, so we can get that temple going here in Sinope as well. So bonus to law 10% and Zoroastrianism 10% as well. Is there any corruption here? I imagine there is. Yeah. So putting that in is going to reduce that corruption from 195 down to 161. That's not that big. Okay. But in 2 turns, we will be getting that bonus, obviously, from the public order. So that's always nice. And that's most of our money, which is scary, but I imagine the money that we can get from sacking Antioch is going to be pretty dope. So how many people are here? 25,000 people are here. Holy shit. All right. Well, there's going to be less once I'm done with it. It's just Limitani, Eastern Archers, and a faction heir. He's a 3-star general. Yeah, it's too bad I don't have a spy down here to try to attempt to get in. Yeah, it's going to be tricky because, yeah, if these guys get in... Oh, they can't. They can't get in because it's under siege. They can't... Right. And can they even get around? Yeah, they can't even get around in time. Yeah, they can't reach me. Oh, I am set. Oh my god. Okay, I was like worried. I was like, this is going to be harder. But no, I'm going to be fine. Oh my god. I don't want to like have hope, you know. I don't want to believe that things are going to be okay, but
Orders?
they might be. All right. Let's just clear off these brigands. What do we have? 2 mountain men against my like pretty much all yeah, all mounted stuff. So yeah, spears against horses and camels, not great, but I have a lot of archers, so let's shoot them down. I'm going to be going around them to try to get some high ground advantage against them. And we can let them try to attack uphill against us, although I will have to just give ground because I don't want to be attacking head-on into spears, but if we can sort of whittle them down, and perhaps if we can get rid of the general's unit, then maybe that can cause some issues for the other unit, and we can just kind of sandwich them. So yeah, it's just kind of back up here, and then here. And then, yep, just kind of go that way, and then that way. And yeah, we're getting a lot of shots in on them. Here, you just keep backing up. You come up there. And yeah, they're really going after my Clibanaris, so let's just kind of get away there. And yeah, do not get caught, do not get caught, do not get caught. And then yeah, you can turn around and shoot at them, and then you turn around. Turn around here, and then here. And are you getting shots in? Alright, do not get caught. Do not get caught. Do not get caught. Alright, there we go. Looking good. And I'm trying to teach myself to use the double click more often for the attack command or the move command in this game, just so that I stop complaining forever and ever and ever about units not running. But it's funny because like I'm telling you, I'll tell you, like it's not even automatic. It's not an automatic thing when you use the double click either. You know, there's times even in this battle where I've given that double click command and see, like right there, like they didn't do it right away. I had to press the hotkey for them to move. Like it's weird. It's just so weird. And it might just be like delayed and they don't start running right away. And so I'm looking at the arrows down here thinking like they're not running because it's not a double arrow, but they might just be turning around. And then I freak out being like, why aren't they running? Because I told them immediately to start to, you know, to run, and they're not doing it. So that might be all it is that the units like turning around or reforming, and all the while I'm thinking that they're just not obeying my commands. That very well might be what it is. This unit of mounted men is down to 46 men, and the general's unit's down to 29 men. Let's not get caught there, and just continue to shoot. Turn around, and yep, Klebanari can shoot at them as well. And we're still shooting into the rear of the general's unit. Down to 39 men, and yeah, man, these brigands, they don't know how to give up. How tired are these guys now? They're very tired. There's 28 men left. They would probably break immediately if I charged into them, but I've seen in this game, or at least in the original, in the Grand Campaign, that even charging like decent cav into the rear of unbraced spears, you'll still lose like an entire row of cav. It's just so busted. So I'm sure charging into very tired troops would make a difference, but I'm gonna play it safe here. I want all of these guys to remain alive so that when they reach the front lines, they will actually provide some use. There we go. Alright, they're running away. So let's just send the camels. And then now we can send the remaining units here. Now we just have to get rid of the general's unit. Yeah, camels can... Ooh, let's actually make sure that you guys are not on fire at will. And let's just target them. And let's not... Come on, who's shooting? Who's shooting at me? Come on, shoot those guys. Come on. Yeah, that's a funny one too that I have to get used to, is that in Medieval 1 and Shogun 1, units do not fire on enemy units that are running away. You have to tell them to do so, which, you know, it's funny because at the time I was like, oh, it's kind of annoying, but now I'm like, oh, it's so nice because you can just chase down enemy units with melee units and not worry about getting friendly fired. But in this game, you really have to make sure that, you know, you guys are not on fire at will when you're chasing down enemy units. It's a kind of a hassle, honestly. Kind of a hassle. All right, so that's gotten rid of, and man, they can go far away. Where can you go? All right, so let's not go where he can go. Let's go like halfway. I want to be able to run away if something scary pokes its head out, because I don't know what's down here, so we're gonna play it safe. Also, this freaking diplomat, damn, he could probably bribe us. It's stressful. Now, a part of me thinks that I should probably end this episode right here, just so that I can make sure that this episode does not go on too long, but I do want to make sure that I also sleep well tonight, and to do so, I kind of want to take Antioch. I'm very tempted. So this episode goes on a little bit long. Apologies, but I think you guys all want this too. So let's end this turn. And yeah, they put that fort under siege. They realized their mistake. One army is going forward, another army is going back. They're rushing back to save Antioch. They're like, oh crap, we really messed up. We prioritized Sinop over Antioch, and now we're paying for it. So yeah, that's gonna last a turn at least. And that's the turn that we need to take Antioch. And luckily that diplomat did not bribe anything. Right, now that I say that, what are you? Alright, hopefully he doesn't bribe you. And we got 1,000 in the treasury, okie dokie. And yeah, I got some stuff retrained. War declared between the Franks and the Western Romans. Alright, well. Well. So where did that army go? Okay. I don't know where that like army that was right there, where did they go?
Yes, my liege.
Are you reacting to this?
At once.
Okay, I don't see them.
Yes, my liege. No more moves.
Huh.
Sir.
That's not them. There's more. And it's always nerve-wracking when you lose sight of something. Big and scary. Alright, Sinop's happy now. That's all it took. A couple turns and now they're chilling. Looks like there's some brigands hanging out, but we're you know what? We ain't that worried about that right now. We're focused on Romans in this part of the map. So yeah, let's go for it. Eastern Archers, Limitani, and the faction there. Now he has a big chunky unit. He has 41 men in his bodyguard, so I have to dedicate a lot to killing him. But the Eastern Archers and the Limitani are both damaged. 68 men and 65. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Orders.
What is this? This is the guy. They have the Legio Lanciaries, Hippotoxetai, 3 Limitani. I wonder, so I can
Mighty General.
take this. I wonder if I can take Antioch and still save these Levy Spears that are here. Or that might be too ambitious. I'm not sure. Is this going to be enough to take Antioch? I don't think so. I want more of these guys for sure. That should be enough. Alright, let's stop dilly-dallying and let's get in here and take Antioch.
Prepare for battle.
So we just have the 2 siege towers. It's a little bit sparse, but that should be enough to get the job done. Let's attack. And it's just by 1 star Shapur. In fact, I think he does have a -1 morale debuff as well, so not ideal going up against a 4-star faction heir, but really, wait, we can't do a night attack, can we? No, we can't. I was gonna say, but still, let's get it done.
This night we will feast and drink to celebrate victory. I promise you that. I also promise you the warm company of appreciative camp followers. But before any of that, there's something I'd like you to do for me. We go now to our bloody business.
Just look at the size of those siege towers. I mean, those things are ridiculous. So, like, one wheel is like 5 times the size of a single person. It's just... Oh, it's so funny. I actually hope that they put some infantry on the walls because yeah, that could give us a good target for our siege towers. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've even... Yeah, I don't think I've gone up against epic stone walls ever before in my Rome Total War career. I haven't gotten there yet in either of my campaigns as a Julii or Egypt. So yeah, I'm not... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I was tempted to kind of split up and go a little bit more tricky and try to find parts of the wall that were less defended. Like, I was kind of tempted to kind of go, can I do this? And like, that looks wide open, you know? But then I was like, you know what? Let's just kind of go in there. If I get to line up against a unit and shoot at them, that would be kind of nice, actually. Looks like they're not going to be defending the walls, though, which I suppose is smart. I don't know, can their towers shoot the guys in my deployment zone? It looks like they can't. I was kind of worried that they can because they look just so tall and foreboding. I was like, gosh, I don't know if I can go back far enough. But it looks like I'm going to be okay. These guys are just getting butchered. Oh man, come on, get in the tower, get in the tower. Tower is 15% damaged. Yeah, you guys need to run. And how about this tower? 9% damaged, 106 men. Jesus, those towers are doing some damage, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, those aren't arrows. Those are ballista bolts or something. Alright, they made it inside. Thank God. So, that unit shouldn't be taking any more casualties. And then this unit as well. We just have to get in and take that gate and they'll stop shooting at us. I was getting nervous there. 35% damaged and the guys are getting I was actually nervous. Alright, please run and capture that gatehouse before it destroys this tower, and then the rest of the unit dies.
The cowardly enemy have lost the wall.
Alright, looks like we're gonna be okay.
Take the rest of the settlement.
Because yeah, you can't see like the men in this tower, so like you don't know the progress of the guys. So oh yeah, I was getting pretty nervous there. Okay, now let's get my light infantry up on these towers. Now that the gates are secure, ooh, the Limitani are right there, and they should be getting shot by these towers now, I think. Yeah, they're gonna get mowed down. All right, yeah, let's get my light infantry up so that they can start to run around and secure these towers. Just as I was sending my slingers out to start capturing towers, I realized, oh yeah, they have the range. Oh my god, yeah, they're doing... That's some pretty good damage against those Limitani down there. That's nice. Yeah, they were in a position where they weren't taking damage from the towers because they're just... the angle is too narrow, I suppose. But now these slingers... Yeah, they're gonna wreck these guys. Now, I suppose I should continue... I could continue to go around and capture more tower. I'm going to, for sure. Let's see, archers. Are you guys shooting? Yeah, you guys can definitely shoot as well. And just like that, those Limitani have broken and they are running away. There's only 13 men left in that unit. In fact, can we... Let's get another volley on them with my slingers if I can. And yeah, this tower now belongs to us. So maybe it can shoot at them as well, maybe not. Maybe not. That's very nice. Now that's going to be leaving just the general's unit and the archers. This settlement is so big that I can't even tell where the city center is. Is it... That's not it, I don't think. Is it behind this thing? I think it's behind that thing. All right, so we have a long ways to go. This settlement is so big that it's taken me half of the battle timer just to reach this point in the city where I'm making my last advance onto the town center itself. Obviously, that's with, you know, me walking my men rather than running them. The units on the walls, they've accomplished their mission. They were being run, of course. The slingers and jabs have captured all the towers surrounding the entire city. But yeah, that's with almost no resistance at the walls. And the settlement's so big that it's still taking me half of the battle timer just to get to this point. So, is 3 levy spears and 2 units of heavy cav going to be enough to stop their general's unit? I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical of that, honestly. Got my general, got some Klebinari here. I feel like I want more levy spears just right behind them so that I can send them up as well. Because yeah, when that heavy cav unit comes charging in, I want as many units of spears just stacked on one another as I can possibly fit. Now let's bring you guys up. Can you even get up here? Yeah, cav unit's gonna have a hard time fitting in these little alley spaces, these little tiny narrow streets. Let's make sure that my archers are not on fire at will, because I want to make sure that I don't draw them into attack me until I have my guys, like I want you guys stacked on each other. Like I want you like that, and then I want you like that. And then, yeah, I want you guys as well, all the way back here. Yeah, I want you guys brought up. Okay, well, we're getting shot, and I don't want these guys to take too much damage from archers. So let's start shooting at these eastern archers here. I don't know if that's going to draw in the general. But if we can start whittling them down, that would be nice. Alright, yeah, they're taking some hits. That's good. I have an idea. Instead of just taking this trade as is, which I am winning this trade, which is nice, but it's taking its time, and those archers are getting good shots in on my men while this is happening. I have an idea, though. What if I bring up a unit of Clibinari? This is one of the most heavily armored units in the game, right? And look, like if the general wants to try to charge me through these like trees in this little building right here, its charge might get broken up, and I can always just, I got a million spears right here. You know, they can swarm on in and help tear down that general. If my Clibinari get banged up, hey, okay, well, this is Antioch. It's a tier 5. I should be able to retrain these guys. I should be able to train more. You know, because this is a tier 3 unit. So that's my thoughts on that. So let's get some shots in on these archers. It's down to 20 guys. So that's going well for us. And can my archers reach the general from here? They could. Ooh, they could. And my spears are up as well. They are in position. So they're, I would say they're ready to take a charge. That's six units of spears just stacked on one another. Just a couple more men left in this Eastern Archer unit, and yeah, they're taking a lot of ammo to get these guys down, but eventually they have fallen, and now we can start getting shots in. On that general's unit, he has 42 men. Man, that's a lot of heavy cav. But this should be heavy cav's worst nightmare. Are you guys facing the wrong way? What in the gosh darn are you guys doing? Were you guys not shooting that entire time? Yeah, face that way. You little ding-dongs. And yeah, if they want to charge right on into the spears, they're going to get rear charged by a unit that has maces. Armor piercing damage, yes, please. But they haven't lost a single man to my archers so far. Yeah, they look like they want to go for my Clibinari. You know what? I'm okay with that. Let's get these guys to go around the flank here and just send them on in. Make sure the Clibinari are fighting with their maces. And are you guys running or are you guys walking? It'd be great if you guys ran. And if some of you wanted to come around the sides, man, not like literally no one's running. Come on, guys. Alright, 36 of my guys, 38 of their guys. Seems like a pretty even trade. Yeah, we need to get around the back here because none of my spears are getting involved. Come on, guys, what are you doing? That is very frustrating. That is very frustrating. Well, hopefully that doesn't just break all of my Limitani. Yeah, they cannot figure out how to get around these buildings here. Alright, 37 men left in this bodyguard unit. Shit. Alright, let's... I got some camels. Let's send some camels up. 37 men left. They are not dying to my spears. I'll send my general up and try to keep the morale of my guys high. And I know I have some more Clibinari back here. Where are they? I thought I had more Clibinari. Do I not? Huh, maybe it's just that those units. Yeah, camels, move up please, and thank you. Limitani are fighting up against my spears here. I would really just like to ignore you guys and get on into the rear of these guys. Alright, they've lost 10 men since we've last checked. Let's try to sound my horn here. I didn't hear a horn go off. Did you guys sound the horn by any chance? Yeah, these guys are just taking their time. They did not... They are in no hurry to sort... They can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. That's so frustrating. Alright, they're down to 19 men. I mean, they are being ground down, so... It's not a complete waste.
The enemy general
Okay,
flees
he's
like a
running
frightened
away.
child.
Alright.
Now attack
Down to 14,
and
down to
break the
15
will of
men.
his followers.
And yeah, definitely get some shots in with the archers there. Camels, you guys can chill out. Don't need to... Let's see if I can get spears moving up. Well, they're going to be moving back up anyway, so yeah, 15 left. Got 3 Limitani right there. He has charged right back on in, and he's down to 10 men, so he is getting ground down.
Stand, but runs away.
Looks like he's kind of running through my own guys, which is great. Yeah, it's helping us kill him faster. Perfect. He's right in the middle of our spears now. And we're attacking on this side. Let's get out of guard mode so that we can all pile in and kill these guys. There he goes. There goes the faction heir. Man, what a grind to get him down. That was that was a tough unit to grind down. And there's 2 Limitani left. Come on, guys, poke him. Man, it's crazy how bad Levi's spears are at killing other infantry. They are just not designed for it. Come on, you can do it. There you go. All right.
No one can argue that it is not both well
Folks, did we just get Antioch? Oh my god, we just got Antioch. That's exciting. Yeah, all right. So we lost 310 men. But we got Antioch. Oh, yeah. All right. All of a sudden, I just feel a little bit better about this campaign.
Glorious victory.
I think I'm going to have to exterminate the people, would be my guess. 19,000 massacred, 18,000 denarii gained from looting. Holy shit, that's a lot of people. It's 25,000 people inside of it, so that's like going to be a ghost town. Ah, shoot. If I had my cities set up with governors inside of them, it would be worth it to enslave the populace, but I don't think so. I think I just want to exterminate. Yeah, look at that. They're green face. Green face is nice. Only 6,600 people left inside of the settlement. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. How much money am I making here? 1,800, so not an enormous amount. Killing 20,000 people probably didn't help. Probably not. What does a dockyard get me, money-wise? Nothing, because I can't trade it to anything on the Mediterranean because it all belongs to the Romans. Right. What about a caravan? Yeah, nothing super amazing. Merchant's quarter. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. What can I... So I can build triremes, biremes. I can get my Clibinari, that's nice. And, yep, Levi's spears, desert archers, Kurdish javelins, slingers, nomad archer cav, all the good stuff, really. And onagers and ballista as well, which is nice. And all my agents. Yeah, there's some good stuff here. That's nice. And what I could do, so city barracks would get me Levi Spears experience 2. Elite cav stables would get me a lot of good stuff, actually. Clibinari Immortals. So this would allow me to train up my generals unit, which is really nice. And then also cataphracts and armored camel raiders. Or riders. Yeah, that's nice. That's tempting. And I could start building that right away. Ooh, I think that's what I want. Elite cavalry stables. What are the other options? Siege engineer, so that could get me heavy onagers. We'll see. Yeah, I'm leaning in the direction of getting those elite cavalry stables. Execution square, how's the corruption here? There's no corruption here. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to prioritize that then. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Drop a save. What am I, crazy? Yeah, resistance is futile. All right. Hell yeah. That's nice. And can these guys even go back and find off them? Yes, they can. I have to leave something inside of Antioch to defend just so that these, 3 guys can't just sneak on in. But that's a good step. Yeah, that's a very good step. Yes, Romans still, I haven't really killed a lot of Romans, really. But nipping off these settlements around the fringes of their empire without having to kill the Romans and making them now have to basically attack into these big defenses like the epic stone walls and even the tier 3 stone walls up here, that's a good step. You know, that's going to make their heavy infantry and even their eastern archers just easier to kill as well. So yeah, that's, oh man, I was so stressed out about this campaign, but that feels a lot better. Alright, that's going to be it for this one, but before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, I did start up a channel membership, so that is one way that you can support the channel. You can also subscribe, like, and share. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Conasip playing Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.